we have been discussing from chapter 5 onwards about the process of creation, in which we have seen about how Mahavishnu, by glancing upon Prakriti, created 24 elements, and then by glancing upon the 24 elements, by combining them, manifested unlimited Brahmandas and entering into each and every universe as Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He manifested the universal form, and then he created water, and he went in deep inside the water, Garbhodaka ocean, in order to take rest. And then from his navel there comes a beautiful lotus, and he himself expands as Hiroksha Vishnu, enters into that lotus, and from the top of the lotus there appears Lord Brahmaji. And that Brahmaji, with an intention to understand the source of the lotus and himself, performs Tivar Tapasya. As a result of that, he had beautiful darshan of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He offers wonderful prayers unto Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and having empowered by Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he again performs tapasya. Then, with that long penance and matured understanding, he divides the lotus into three divisions first. Then he divides it into 14 divisions with many subdivisions. Then he creates the bodily forms for all the different variety of living entities who are supposed to inhabit these 14 planetary systems. Specifically, he creates the plants, different variety of animals, which includes aquatics, reptiles, birds, mammals, insects, etc., snakes, etc. And then he created human beings. Then he created 8 categories of superhuman beings, such as the Devatas, Asuras, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Siddhacharana, Vidyadharas, Pitrus, Adhyas, Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas, Yaksha, Rakshasas, etc. 8 categories of superhuman beings were created by Brahma. All this was presented in 10th chapter. Then in between, Vidura asked a question about time. Please tell me about the time and divisions of time, etc. And that divisions of time have been discussed in the 11th chapter. So in the previous class, we discussed from 11th chapter about different divisions of time, starting from Paramanu time to the Param Mahan time. Paramanu time means the smallest possible time in relation to smallest possible matter. The time required for the sunlight to pass through a Paramanu, that is called Paramanu time. And the time required to pass through Brahma's whole life is called Param Mahan time. This Param Mahan time is equal to 100 years of Lord Brahma. So that we have seen 100 years of Brahma is equal to 311 trillion years according to human calculation. So all that we have discussed in the past. And today we'll be discussing from chapter 12. So what were the further creations by Lord Brahma? What Brahma created afterwards, after creating these 4 categories of beings, which are the manifestation of Avidya Shakti of the Supreme Lord. So the Supreme Lord has Maya Shakti, and Maya has three subcomponents. The first subcomponent is known as Pradhana. The second subcomponent is known as Avidya. The third subcomponent is known as Vidya. So from Pradhana came 24 material elements, combining which the universe is formed, and from their combination the 14 planetary systems from the lotus also formed, and from their combination only all our bodies, the human body, animal body, plant body, devata body, rakshasa body, etc., they are also formed. And then by Avidya Shakti, 4 kinds of identities are given to all of us. We, being the living entity, being situated in a particular body, we identify with that body. That identity is given by Avidya Shakti. The first identity is identity with respect to the plants. So as long as we are in the plant body, we think that I am plant. And then the identity with respect to the animal body. As long as we are in aquatics, we think that I am aquatic. As long as we are in bird, we think that I am bird. As long as we are in animal, we think that I am animal, mammal, reptile, etc., etc. As long as we are in a human body, we think that we are a human. Then as long as we are in a superhuman body, we think that we are superhuman. Sometimes as Devata, sometimes as Asura, sometimes as Gandharva, Kindra, Kimpurusha, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Bhuta, Preta, Pishasha, etc. So the other 4 identities, 4 impositions are given to us in forgetfulness of our true identity. In true identity, we are actually Jiva Swarupe Krishna Nityadas. We forget that and we think that I am a human being, I am animal, I am Devata, I am Asura, etc. etc. All these were given by Avidya Shakti. Hare Krishna, what happened? Hare Krishna, devotees kindly mute.
Hare
So, like that.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Yes.
can you see my name because you told for attendance? You can see my name, Ratnangi
Yes,
Radhadasi
yes.
here because I
It's
don't know
okay,
how
it's
to
okay,
write
it's okay.
name. Okay,
It's okay, it's okay, Mataji. It's
okay,
coming.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So, that's how by Avidya Shakti, 4 kinds of identities we acquire. These are actually impositions upon us, 4 different kinds of impositions. Sometimes we think ourselves as a plant, sometimes we think ourselves as an animal, sometimes we think ourselves as a human being, sometimes we think ourselves as a superhuman being, etc. Here, while doing the NOD course, we have come across one verse. One verse is about when we visit a temple, we should do 4 times parikrama of the temple. That in that discussion, so from this verse is from Padma Purana. In the notes, it is said that Srila Vishnu Chakravarti says that why 4 times we should do parikrama of a temple. The reason is by doing 4 times parikrama around a temple, around the Garbhagruha, around the Supreme Lord's deity form, or around the Holy Dham, etc., we will become freed from taking birth in these 4 kinds of yonis. These 4 kinds of yonis are the cause of material bondage in this material world. The plant body, the animal body, the human body, and superhuman body. Because the identity is so strong that we become overwhelmed with that identity. And that overwhelming condition will bind us in this material world. So it is like that. So, yes. So this is what we discussed in the past. And now from 12th chapter, we'll see that how we can come out of this material bondage. We can come out of this imposition. There is an imposition upon us. How can we come out of that imposition? That is by taking shelter of Vidya. So what is Vidya? How Vidya is going to help us to come out of this material bondage and material imposition will be discussed in the 12th chapter. So in the 12th chapter, Lord Brahma creates the 4 Kumaras, 11 Rudras, Manasaputra such as Marichi, etc., Dharma, Adharma, and finally begets a couple, Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa. So this is the subject matter of the 12th chapter. So before beginning, any questions from previous chapters till now? What we discussed?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, as you discussed, that, Pradhana, Vidya, and Avidya, these are all 3 aspects of Maya. What?
Yes, yes. They are all under the supervision of Maya only.
But how, Prabhuji, Pradhana is Maya? Pradhana is directly from the Supreme Lord. So how it can be Maya, Prabhuji?
What came out of Supreme Lord is only Maya. That Maya
Okay,
Shakti only,
okay.
na? It was Prakriti
Ha,
only who
ha,
came
ha.
out of Lord's transcendental body.
Ha, ha, ha.
Hmm.
Then Vidya, you told about that is 24 elements and
No,
combination of all.
Pradhana is 24 elements.
Yeah. And Vidya, you're going to discuss here in 12th
Yes.
chapter. And Avidya are discussed in 10th chapter. The
Yes.
imposition and the 4 identity are given.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Any other
Prabhuji.
devotees?
Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji. You told four kind of yonis: plant, animal, human body, and superhuman body. What is difference
Yes.
between human body and superhuman body?
He is ordinary human and they are superhuman. Not only the body will by birth only they have all the mystic siddhis. They are born in a higher lokas. So everything different, na Prabhuji?
Okay, okay, okay.
Mm. Though animals and we are together, but we are different.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like the superhuman beings are also different. They are not like us. They are super. They are superior to us.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Even if you take grossly also, the physical body itself is our body is different, their body different. Our body at max can live up to 70, 80 years, not more than that. But their body can live for 1 month. The body itself is different. So it's like that.
Okay, Prabhuji, okay, thank you very
Mm.
much.
Any other devotees? This is a big chapter. This is the breakdown of the entire chapter.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Some devotees are showing their video. Kindly switch off the video because the network is poor. We may get disconnected videos you are showing. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, please elaborate what is Yoga Nidra.
Yoga Nidra. You understand what is Samadhi?
Samadhi means meditation on Supreme Person, different limbs of Supreme Personality of
No,
Godhead.
OTK, details. Nahi. Samadhi means physically, from physical point of view, what is Samadhi?
Samadhi means externally the body is fixed. There is no active movement.
It is a state. It is a state in between sleeping and waking.
Yes, yes, bro. Yes.
He is neither sleeping nor awake completely.
Yes,
He is
yes.
in trance.
Okay.
Yoga Nidra is also like that. He is neither sleeping nor awake, but he is in trance.
Okay, boss. Thank you.
So like that. Having described the primary creation of the unlimited universes, Sarga, by the Supreme Lord, in 7 chapters, chapters 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in all these chapters, there was a discussion about Sarga, the primary creation. Now the secondary creation of various living entities by Lord Brahma, Visarga, is described in detail. Though Visarga already started in 10th chapter a little bit, but 11th chapter also is part of Sarga, so in that way we have taken it, Sarga. So now, in 12th chapter, following up with the creation of 4 kinds of living entities, what else Brahma created? That will be described. So in one sense, this whole chapter is talking about Vidya. So what is Vidya? What Vidya consists of? And how Vidya will help us to get rid of the bondage caused by avidya, to attain perfection. So there, before getting in further, I'll just give you some brief understanding. So just like Pradhana had 24 elements, like 4 Antakaranas, 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, Panchamahabhutas, 5 Tanmatras. Avidya also has 5 components. Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Because of these 5 components, we develop strong identity with the body in which we are living, strong possessiveness with the people and objects with which we are living. That is because of avidya. Vidya is basically the sadhana that all of us we practice. By practicing these sadhanas, we can gradually elevate our consciousness from mode of ignorance to mode of passion to mode of goodness. Eventually, we come to the peak, the pinnacle of mode of goodness. At the pinnacle of mode of goodness, by practicing Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and mixed Bhakti Yoga and all, one will come to the point of self-realization, Brahmabhuta platform. The result one attains by taking shelter of Vidya is one comes to the platform of Brahma Bhuta state. That is the peak, the topmost point of mode of goodness. Having come there, one gives up that mode of goodness and enters into transcendence. And while giving up mode of goodness, one also gives up Vidya. Because all these sadhanas that people in general practice, all of us practice, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Mixed Bhakti Yoga, these are all in the purview of three modes of material nature. But having attained the purification of our heart, having reached the state of Brahmabhuta platform, having come to the pinnacle of mode of goodness, one will give up the mode of goodness. One will give up the Vidya, and one will give up those sadhanas, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Mixed Bhakti Yoga. Then one enters into the transcendence. In the transcendence, one only need to practice Kevala Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, without any mixture of karma, jnana, yoga, etc. So with that Ananya Bhakti, one will realize the Supreme Lord. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha. Tato mam tatvato jnatva shitatantaram. That means the jnanis and yogis who are aspiring to enter into Sahaja, they will realize the absolute truth in Tat feature, in the Brahman feature. Then they enter into Brahman. They attain Kaivalya, Sahaja Mukti. And for the mixed devotees who are aspiring to serve the Lord in Vaikuntha, they will realize the Lord in his personal feature, known as Mam, Tato Mam, Tatvato Jnatva. So the Jnanis and Yogis understand the Supreme, realize the Lord as Tat completely, Tatvataha, and devotees understand the Supreme Lord in his Mam, Bhagavan feature, Tatvataha, then they enter into Vaikuntha. The devotees enter into Vaikuntha and Jnanis and Yogis enter into Sahaja. So in that way, they attain perfection by practicing Kevala Bhakti. And Kevala Bhakti is beyond Vidya, beyond three modes, beyond Maya. That is the distinction. Though in today's chapter we see Bhakti also is there, that Bhakti is called mixed Bhakti. Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti, like that. Because there is a mixture of Karma, Jnana, Yoga, then it becomes Bhakti in Sattva. So that's why it is also considered to be part of Vidya. So this Vidya is also within the three modes. That's why it is considered to be one of the component of Maya Devi. So now in today's chapter we will be discussing them, some portion of it. And in the next week also we'll discuss the remaining portion. These 2 weeks we'll be discussing this chapter because it is big. So it is like that. So you got what is the how it is described, how Vidya is connected to Maya, etc.
Yes, yes.
Maitreya Uvacha.
उवाच
इति ते वर्णिताक्षता
इति ते वर्णिताख्यत
कालाख्या परमात्मनः
कालाख्य परमात्मनः
महिमा वेदगर्भोता
महिमा वेदगर्भोऽथा
यथा स्राक्षिन्निबोध मे.
यथा स्राक्षिन्निबोध मे. Translation. Sri Maitreya said, O learned Vidura, so far I have explained to you the glories of the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in its feature of Kala. Now you can hear from me about the creation of Brahma, the reservoir of all Vedic knowledge. Hare Krishna.
So, in the previous chapter, Lord Maitreya Rishi described about the time, the divisions of time. So now he is telling that now here how Lord Brahma carried out the creation. After talking about Brahma's creation briefly in the 10th chapter, now Maitreya is continuing the same thing. So what did he create? Sasarjagre andatamishram
ससर्जगरे अन्धतमिश्रम्
अथ तामिश्रमादिकृत्
अथ तामिश्रमादिक्रियेत्
महामोहं च मोहं च
महामोहं च मोहं च
तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तया
तमश्चाज्ञानवृत्तया. Brahma first created the nascent engagements like self-deception, the sense of death, anger after frustration, the sense of false ownership, and the illusionary body conception, or forgetfulness of one's real identity.
Brahma, the original creator, Adikrit, the first creation, the original creator, first produced Sasarja Agre. Agre means in the very beginning. Sasarja. At the very beginning, Lord Brahma produced the functions of ignorance, Ajnana Vrittaya. What are the functions of ignorance? Tamas, Moha, Mahamoha, Tamishra, and Andhatamishra. In the shloka, they are put in the opposite order, but the correct order is Tamas first, then Moha, then Mahamoha, Tamishra, Andhatamishra. This was already stated in the previous chapter, 10th chapter. The functions of ignorance had already been established, 3:10:11. Vaikariko Deva Sarga, Panchamo Yen Mayam Manaha, Shishtastu Tamasa Sargo, Yattu Abuddhi Krita Prabho. It was said that in the 10th chapter, the fifth is the creation of sense devatas and the mind from Ahankara and Sattva. The sixth is the creation, the creation of ignorance, which is produced by the Avidya Shakti of the Lord, which bewildered the Jiva. So, these five Ajnana Vrittis or five components of Avidya Shakti were actually originally manifested by Mahavishnu only. Just like Mahavishnu, by glancing upon Prakriti, the Prakriti gave rise to 24 elements. Similarly, Prakriti also gave rise to five components of Avidya, but they were inert, they were inactive. Now, Lord Brahma is going to employ them. Lord Brahma is going to use them. So that's why it said that first of all, whatever has been created by Mahavishnu, on one side Mahavishnu had created 24 elements from Pradhana, on the other side Mahavishnu also had created five components of Avidya from Avidya Shakti. So 24 plus 5, total 29 components are there. So Lord Brahma took these 29 components. So that is being indicated here. So like that. So what do you mean by taking 25 components? That will be explained in the next verse. When we come to the next verse, I will explain about what is that, what do you meaning by Brahma has taken these 29 elements. But now, in this verse, the notes is all about explaining the meaning of these five things. What are these five things? How these five things are actually binding us. Though we have already discussed in 10th chapter, but here it is presented in great details. At the beginning of the daily creation, these five Ajnana Vrittis make their appearance in various forms, starting with Tamas directly from Lord Brahma. Though they are actually created by Lord Vishnu himself through Maya, but it is Lord Brahma who brought into reality. Matlab they are there, but nobody was using it. It was Lord Brahma where the first time he used them and he has engaged them in some sort particular activity. So what is that activity will come in the next verse. But for now, what are they? What are these five components of Vidya? The first one is Tamas. Tamas means ignorance of the Swarupa of the Jiva. Who we really are, we forget because of Tamas. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Sanadana. Jivera Swarupe Krishna Nityadas. So this understanding will forget. As soon as Jiva comes to material world, Lord Brahma covers the Jiva with the Tamas layer. So first of all, we forget who we really are. Then one can enjoy here separately. The next is Moha. Moha means the identification of the self with the body. So the second covering upon is the body in which we are living. We identify ourselves with that body. For example, currently all of us are living in the human body. So we think we identify ourselves as a human being. And in that human body, we also have second identity. Some of us are male, some of us are female. And in that, again, there is third category of identity. Some of them are youthful, some of them are adult, some of them are old, some of them will be infant. Because of that age, there is another identity: student, husband, father, grandfather, like mother, grandmother, great grandmother, like that. All these identities are given by the moha layer. Then there is greater moha, mahamoha. What is that? Applying possessiveness to objects of enjoyment. While we are living in this world, some objects or some people are source of our enjoyment in this world, and we develop possessiveness upon them. Of course, the home in which we are living, that is, we have possessiveness about that. The car, the land, the bank balance, the office cubicle, and the family members, for Prabhuji's wife, children, for Mataji's husband, children, grandchildren, etc. There is possessiveness upon all these people because they are source of one's enjoyment. But there is Tamishra, means appearance of anger within the mental functions when one's enjoyment is obstructed. So when we develop possessiveness to the objects of enjoyment, somebody else also might want to have the same objects for their enjoyment. There's a tug of war between the two people. So there is family disputes, property disputes. So such kind of disputes will be there between people. Because both the people want same object for enjoyment. So like that. That is called Tamishra. Finally, there is something called as Andatamishra, means unconsciousness state brought on by anger. This means death. All of us know that there is something called as death is there. So the reason before death comes, everyone understand that let me enjoy as much as possible. So out of fear of death, one is completely absorbed in material enjoyment. So before death comes, let me do as much as possible. Let me enjoy as much as possible. Let me earn as much as possible. That is called Andatamishra. So this is how these 5 layers are covering us when we come to this material world. Jiva, by the constitutional position, is actually servant of the Supreme Lord. We either kiska servant ban rahe. First of all, one has forgotten that I am servant of Krishna, and we develop identity with the body, and we develop identity with the other people in the body, whether properties, belongings. So this is mine, that is mine, he is mine, she is mine, like that, like that. And somebody comes to obstruct our enjoyment, there is enmity with them. There are some people are friends, some people are enemies. And ultimately everyone thinks that before death comes, eat, sleep and be merry. Before death comes, let me enjoy as much as possible. So while doing all these things, one suddenly performs sinful activities and one is bound in this material world. This is how avidya binds us in this material world. So like that. Not present in the jiva. These were created by ignorance of avidya. In the spiritual world, there is no place for these 5 things. These 5 things have no trace of existence in the spiritual world. Only when the jiva comes to the material world, Lord Brahma gives us all these 5 coverings. We are actually tightly covered by these 5 coverings. And they are also defined in Sanskrit. Tamo Aviveka. Vishnu Purana says, Tama means lack of discrimination. Aviveka, discrimination about the distinction between the body and soul. As of now, we are living in this human body, and in general, majority of us means not only who are sitting in the class, us means all the entire human community. We don't have the distinction between the body and soul. We don't understand what is the distinction between body and soul. So that is called tamas. Tamo means aviveka. Moham sad antakara vibhrama. Moham means mistaken identity in the mind. Because we are living in this human body, we think I am the human, I am engineer, I am doctor, etc. etc. Then Mahamoha means desire for happiness from material objects. Mahamohastu Vigneyo Gramya Bhoga Sukheshna. That means the material enjoyment. Mahamoha means material enjoyment. Then Andatamishra means death. Maranam hi Andatamishram. So Andatamishra is the final 5th one. It is means death. So we know that death is coming. So before death comes, let me enjoy as much as possible. That is called Andatamishra. Tamishra means anger. When our enjoyment is disturbed or obstructed by somebody, we become angry with them. So like that. Thus, these are 5 things are there. Tamishram Koda Uchate. Avidya Pancha Parvaisha Pradurbhuta Mahatmana. The 5 types of ignorance made their appearance from Lord Brahma. So in Yoga Sutras, even Patanjali says Avidya, Asmita, Ragadvesha, Abhinivesha. They are the 5 kinds of Avidya Shaktis. Avidya means ignorance, Asmita means false identity, Raga means attachment with the objects which are giving us enjoyment. Objects are people which who are giving us enjoyment. Vesha means enmity toward those people who are obstructing our enjoyment. Abhinivesha means uh, complete absorption in material enjoyment out of fear of death. So like that. So then Vishnu Purana says Ajnana Viparyasa Beda 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 Baya Shoka Vastutustu Avidyaya Avarana Vikshepa Eva Dhyam Dyav Dharmau. So basically it says that Ajnana means ignorance of our original Swarupa. Viparyasa means false identity. Beda means hatred. Bhaya means fear of death. Shoka means lamentation. Are actually only 2 functions of avidya, avarana and vikshepa. So Srila Prabhupada always writes that Maya has 2 components, avaranatmika shakti and prakshepatmika shakti. Avaranatmika shakti means covering our true identity. Prakshepatmika shakti means giving us a new identity, a false identity. Avarana is called avidya or tamas or ajnana, and vikshepa is called asmita, moha or viparyasa. And the other 3, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha are also considered to be part of vikshepa. Because they are also part of vikshepa, they are also assisting vikshepa in that way. Principally, avidya is avarnatmika shakti and asmita is prakshepatmika shakti. Raga, dvesha, abhinivesha also comes under the part of prakshepatmika shakti. That is understanding. Attachment, hatred, and fear of death, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, though they are qualities of the mind, they are also a type of vikshepa. So, not being as prominent as vikshepa, they are included in it. So, in that way, the 5 functions of avidya, which are created by Lord Vishnu, are again re-manifested by Brahma. Brahma takes these 5 functions of avidya. This is again mentioned in the 20th chapter. In the beginning of the 20th chapter, again same thing is mentioned. Sasarja chaya avidyaya panchaparvam agrataha. Tamishram and the Tamishram, Tamo Moha Mahamoha, Mahatama. First, Lord Brahma created ignorance of 5 types by his shadow. Tamas, Moha, Mahamoha, Mahatamas, Tamishram, and another Tamishram. So like that. So why Lord Brahma manifested these 5 kinds of Ajnana Vrittis in the very beginning? In creating the Yakshas, Rakshasas, Devatas, human beings, false identity must arise in the Jivas. Without ignorance, this is not possible. Thus, first the functions of ignorance appeared on their own through Lord Brahma. So I mentioned that Lord Brahma accepted the 24 elements which were created from Pradhana, the 5 components of Avidya Shakti, which were created by Avidya Shakti of Maya. He has taken them, by combining them, he had created the material bodies like Yakshas, Rakshasas, Devatas, human beings, animals, plants, etc. Because without Avidya Shakti, without forgetting our true identity, we cannot identify with something else. Even currently also, though we were in the previous life some other being, maybe in the previous life we might have been some animal, some bird or some devata. But when we take the new birth in this human body, we completely forget the previous identity and we completely identify with the current identity with the current body. This is the function of Avidya Shakti. So without Avidya Shakti, there will be chaos in human society. If we don't have this kind of thing, for example, if we were dog in the previous life and now we have entered into human body and we still have the same dog identification and we think that I'm dog and we keep barking, keep shouting, that will create a havoc in the family. Sometimes even in some devotees' home, there is a dog. When somebody newcomer comes in their home, the dog shouts like anything. So it creates a lot of disturbance. The people will become afraid to enter into that home only. So if a human being does like that, then what kind of chaos it will be? So it is avidya shakti which will give us the new identity, and there is a peace in the society, because every human thinks a human being only. The, the human don't think themselves to be like dogs or animals, like that. So there is a sanity. That sanity is because of avidya shakti. So like that. Without avidya shakti, this is not possible. So thus, tamas is the original form of ignorance. This verse describes how Brahma created them by tamas, which took the form of shadow. In succession, tamas, moha, mahamoha, tamish, and tamishra were created. So with the help of these 5 ajnana vrittis and also 24 elements, Lord Brahma created the 4 kinds of living entities, 4 kinds of identities, that are plant, animal, human beings, and superhumans. That is all happened by the combination of pradhana and avidya. So these 2 verses and also some part of next verse is kind of summary of what was discussed in the past. So it is like that. Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, please can you repeat? Prabhuji, please can you repeat the 5 types of avidya?
See, you see here, they are the 5 types of avidya.
Prabhuji, this is created by Brahmaji, and what you told about Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, and
Same only.
Abhinivesha. The first one I could not.
Tamas means avidya.
First one, what you do?
Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Same only will have different names. Tamas means avidya. Moha means Asmita. Mahamoha means Raga. Tamishra means Dvesha. And the Tamishra means Abhinivesha.
So the only difference is that these avidyas were first developed by Lord Vishnu, and the other 5, Tama, Moha, all these are created by Brahmaji. That is the only
No,
difference.
not
Names
like
will.
that. They were created by Vishnu only. Lord Brahma, using these 5 components of avidya and the 24 components of pradhana, he created 4 category of human, 4 category of species with 4 kinds
Yeah.
of identities. So in that way.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, here in this whole creation process, the jivas desire to enjoy or to lord it over the prakriti never has never come, and it seems that everything is designed by the Lord, and the Brahmaji has created all this ajnana shakti and all. So where is that desire? And means they have only put these things in us.
See, Mataji, kindly remember 5th chapter. When Mahavishnu glanced upon Prakriti, Pradhana, what was injected into the womb of Pradhana? When
Kala.
Mahavishnu glanced upon Pradhana, what went into the womb of Pradhana? 5th
Kala and
chapter. Kala and
Jiva.
बस उतना ही.
कर्म
चैप्टर याद रखो. हाँ,
कर्म ना कर्म भी करा काल
और?
कर्म और
Swabha. Swabha and Karma are Jiva, na Prabhu?
हाँ. What do you mean by karma and swabhava? Karma and swabhava is nothing but our desire.
अच्छा
Karma means desire only, na? Unless until you desire to do something, you can't don't do anything.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
They will be with Jiva only. They are not given by Brahma. They will be with Jiva only. If we have a desire to come to material world, we come to material world, we stay here. If we have a desire to go back to God, we will go back to God. Desire eventually transforms into action. when we perform action, it will give the result accordingly.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
Like-
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhuji, then desire is Swabhava or desire is karma?
Both. Desire in both the places. Swabhava is also kind of desire, na? You develop, you want to be like that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Could you tell that Lord created four types of Brahma created four types of species like plant, animal, human beings, and superhuman beings.
Hmm.
So, yeah, among these four, only karma is applicable to only to human beings, right?
No, it is applicable to everyone.
But they are both given,
It is applicable to everyone, but the evaluation is different. कर्मा का evaluation होता है ना, वो अलग रहता है.
But they do not produce karma, right?
Everyone produces karma, Prabhuji. But see, the evaluation is different. You are not understanding the evaluation. Whatever one does, it is called karma. Karma means कार्य करना, कुछ करना.
Yes.
सब लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं हमेशा.
Yep, I understand.
Outcome, उनका response will be different for different people.
Prabhuji, there is a lot of disturbance.
हाँ, वो प्रभु जी का ही disturbance आ रहा है शायद. Okay, we'll go ahead. दृष्ट्वा पापीयसीं तुष्टिम्
दृष्टा पापीयसी सृष्टिम्
नात्मानं बहुमन्यत
नात्मानं बहुमन्यता
भगवद्ध्यानपूतेन
भगवद्ध्यानभूतेन
मनसान्यं ततो सृजत्.
मनसान्यं ततो सृजत्. Translation. Seeing such a misleading creation as a sinful task, Brahma did not feel much pleasure in his activity, and therefore he purified himself by meditating on the personality of Godhead. Then he began another term of creation. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. So, seeing the sinful nature of this creation, Brahma was not satisfied within himself. He again carried out a creation by a mind purified with meditation on the Supreme Lord. So, what do you mean by that? Seeing the sinful nature of this creation means the creation of the four types mentioned in chapter 10, the creation of the plants, of the animals, of the humans, and of the superhumans with avidya. So, first of all, using the 24 elements and 5 components of avidya, Lord Brahma created these 4 category of beings. But after creating them, Brahma was not at all happy. How he can be happy? Because these 4 categories, the 99% of these 4 categories are all bondage only. They are the principal source of bondage. So Brahma was not happy with that kind of bondage situation. So he was not at all happy. So thinking that how these people can be delivered, what is the way to deliver them? In order to find out a means to deliver them, Lord Brahma performed severe tapasya, sincere meditation. As a result of that, something wonderful is going to take place. That will be mentioned in the next verse. In order to deliver these 4 category of beings, only Brahmaji performing severe tapasya. So, to find a solution. This and the following verses show how the functions of Vidya appeared in the form of Kumaras and others from Lord Brahma. In order to show that knowledge or Vidya destroys ignorance or avidya. So now, as a result of Brahma's meditation, now Vidya is going to appear. And that if we take shelter of that Vidya, we can actually cut through the bondage created by avidya and attain liberation. That is understanding. So Brahma and others who live for the whole Brahma's life of 100 years entered into the Supreme Lord at the end of the first half of Brahma's life. So 50 years of Brahma over, and all these people who are representing Vidya, so they were with Brahma yesterday also, but yesterday evening at the time of Pralaya, they all entered into the body of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Now, through Brahma, they are all going to wake up now. Now we are going to discuss about some people. Their lifespan is also equal to Lord Brahma's 100 years. They are not born now. They are already there yesterday also. They also entered along with Brahmaji into the body of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. They took rest for the entire night. And today morning, just now Brahmaji got up. He divided the lotus into 14 divisions and he already created some species such as plants, animals, birds, and then human beings and then superhuman beings. Now, seeing their bondage, he was not at all happy. In order to help them delivered, he is mediated a Supreme Lord. The result is coming up. The result of his wonderful meditation is coming up. And the result will be will be living as long as Lord Brahma. The result also will have a lifespan of 100 years of Lord Brahma. That is understanding. Just as Lord Brahma appears from the lotus on the first day in the second half of his life, as he did in the Padma Kalpa, Lord Brahma made the Kumaras and others appear from him in this time, though they actually live for Brahma's 100 years. So now the people about whom we are going to discuss, most of them also live for the complete 100 years of Lord Brahma. Just the way Brahma appeared from the lotus, all these people will appear from Brahma. That doesn't mean that they are just born. They were already there, they were sleeping, they just got up. So that is the understanding. So now let us see who are all these people who are representing Vidya. Sanakam cha Sanandam cha. Yeah, someone repeat.
Sanakam cha Sanakacham Sananda cha
Sanatanam Atmabhu.
Sanatanam Atatmabhu
Sanat Kumaram cha Munim.
Sanat Kumaram cha Munim
Nishkriyan Urdhvaretasa.
Nishkriyavut Viretasa. Translation. In the beginning, Brahma created 4 great sages named Shanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumaras. All of them were unwilling to adopt materialistic activities because they were highly elevated due to their sentiments flowing upwards. Hare Krishna.
So now kindly pay attention from now on. So we are discussing the representatives of Vidya. First of all, as a result of Brahma's sincere meditation with an intention to deliver the conditioned souls, Brahma created Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, and Sanat Kumara, who were free of material actions and strict in Brahmacharya. What is the meaning of them? The 4 aspects of Vidya are Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapasya. These appeared in the form of the 4 Kumaras. Vidya has 6 components. Just like Avidya has 5 components, Vidya has 6 components. Out of 6, 4 components appeared in the form of 4 Kumaras. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is these 4 people appear to teach one and all how to practice Sankhya Yoga, how to practice Ashtanga Yoga, how to practice Vairagya, how to practice Tapasya. These 4 people are the 4 acharyas, are 4 teachers to teach us how to execute all these 4 kinds of wonderful sadhanas. Sankhya Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapasya. Since Vidya is useless without Bhakti, Bhakti is also present in these 4 items as a secondary item. Thus, even the 4 Kumaras have Bhakti within these 4 processes. So, what they teach, Sankhya, we may say Sankhya, Yoga, and all. What do you mean by that? Actually, it is Sankhya Yoga along with Bhakti in it. Ashtanga Yoga along with Bhakti in it. Vairagya along with Bhakti in it. Tapasya along with Bhakti in it. So, that's why it is called The Kumaras appeared the teachers of Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya and Tapasya, mixed with Bhakti as a secondary element. Thus, they are the teachers of Bhakti Mishra Jnana and Bhakti Mishra Yoga. So, like that. So, in order to practice Sankhya Yoga, the prerequisite is one should be ready to do Tapasya. In order to practice Ashtanga Yoga, the prerequisite is one should have attained sufficient amount of Vairagya. So, in one sense, Vairagya and Tapasya are the subcomponents of Ashtanga Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Though they are four components of Vidya, but they actually indicating two kinds of sadhanas. One is Bhakti Mishra Jnana, other one is Bhakti Mishra Yoga. So Bhakti Mishra Jnana contains Tapasya as well as Sankhya. Bhakti Mishra Yoga contains Vairagya and Yoga. So in that way, the four Kumaras are teaching all of us how to practice Bhakti Mishra Jnana and Bhakti Mishra Yoga. And pure Bhakti or mixed Bhakti as the principal element take the form of Narada. So that will be mentioned later in one of the verses. So while these people are teaching Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Bhakti Mishra Yoga, Narada Muni will teach all of us how to practice Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, and Yoga Mishra Bhakti. So that is the understanding. So this is how first, as a result of Brahma's sincere meditation, the Vidya appeared in the form of four Kumaras. Thus, Brahma created the four Kumaras, the four aspects of Vidya, Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapasya, following which the four types of the creation of Avidya, the plants, animals, humans, and superhumans, can gain deliverance from their material existence. If any of these people, the plants, animals, humans, and superhumans, take shelter of this Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, Tapasya, they can attain perfection. They can attain self-realization. So that is the understanding. It's like that. And the four Kumaras we have read in the first canto that they are also Shakti Avesha avatar of the Supreme Lord. The four Kumaras are endowed with Jnana Shakti of the Supreme Lord. They are Shakti Avesha avatars. They are also like Lord's avatar only. And they are teachers. Just like in schools, in the past, when a teacher is recruited in a particular school, he will work in that school only till the end of his retired life, till the time of retirement. So he will be there. Teacher is always there. The students keep changing every year. Every year, new student will come. They study all the way up to 10th class. Then they leave the school. New students will come and they study further for the 10th class. They leave. But teacher remains in the school only for his entire life. But students are coming and going like that. Same way, the four Kumaras will remain in the universe for the entire lifespan of Brahma. And the Badajivas, they come and go, come and get delivered and go back. But these teachers will remain there. That doesn't mean that we cannot say them they are bound. They are not bound. Since they are compassionate upon us, they want to serve the Lord. This is their service to Supreme Lord. By being the teachers here, they are teaching all of us. So though they appeared to teach Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya and Tapasya, personally, they are also pure devotees of Supreme Lord. Even in Bhakti Marga, they have their own Sampradaya, known as Kumara Sampradaya. So as a professional, they are teachers of Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Bhakti Mishra Yoga. But on their personal note, they themselves are pure devotees and they also have a pure Bhakti Sampradaya. So it is like that. So their job profile is to teach Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Bhakti Mishra Yoga. But in their home, in their personal space, they also have a personal Bhakti devotee community. That is Kumara Sampradaya. So in that way. That's how we have to see these people. These are the four Kumaras. And what are their qualities? Nishkriyan Urdhvaresasa. They are free of all material activities. They are strict in brahmacharya because they never entered into a household order. They don't have to do any varnashram duties. And why? And they remain brahmacharis. Why they remain brahmachari? Traditionally, also it is like this. In order to practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, the prerequisite is either you have to be a Vanaprastha or Sannyasa. One cannot practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga by being a Grihastha. Grihastha is supposed to practice Nishkama Karma Yoga. Only a Vanaprastha and sannyas can practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. So in order to teach someone, first of all, one should be in that state. Apne Acharati Prabhu Sabashikayala. So in order to practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, the prerequisite is to be in renounced order. So in order to establish that principle, they remained celibate brahmacharis for the entire life. That is the understanding. Okay, you are understanding? Hare Krishna, are able to follow? How these four Kumaras are representing four components of Vidya.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
तान् बभासे स्वभूपुत्रान्
तान् बभाषे स्वभूपुत्रान्
प्रजासृजत पुत्रका
प्रजाः सुजत पुत्रकाः
तन्नैच्छन्मोक्षधर्माणो
तन्नैच्छ मोक्षधर्माणो
वासुदेवापरायणः.
Vasudeva Translation: Brahma spoke to his sons after generating them. My dear sons, he said, now generate progeny. But due to their being attached to Vasudev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they aimed at liberation and therefore they expressed their unwillingness. Hare Krishna.
So they were born. Brahma as a father, he told, create progeny. But being devoted to Supreme Lord and intent on liberation, they did not agree to do so. So Brahma was creating and he wanted assistance. He wanted his children to assist him, cooperate with him. He told four Kumaras, please beget children, create progeny, get married. They said, no way. Because they are teachers of Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. The purpose of practicing Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga is to attain moksha. So being intent on teaching others moksha, they need to establish that principle by their own practice. They said, no way. We are not begetting children. We are not getting into household order. We remain like this. Then Brahma said, how can you do like that? You cannot do that. They said that we don't even grow youth. We remain as small kids only so that no one will ask us in future to get married and beget children. So they decided to stay back as the Kaumara means 1 to 5 years. They want to stay within 5 years old only. That's why they are called Kumaras. So Kaumara is basically 0 to 5 years age. They are within 5 years only. So they never grow beyond that so that no one will force them to, why don't you get married, beget children like that. They decided to stay like that. They were not inclined to produce progeny because Karma Yoga, producing ignorance, destroys knowledge. That they decided to remain at the young boys of 5 years old. So household people perform Karma Yoga. In Karma Yoga, there are two sections, something called Sakama Karma, something called Nishkama Karma
Your
Yoga.
voice, Hare Krishna, voice.
Sorry?
Your voice is breaking, Prabhuji.
So maybe because of the internet issue. So in Karma Yoga, there are two sections. Something is called Sakama Karma, some are called Nishkama Karma Yogis. Nishkama Karma Yogis are those who are aspiring to attain moksha. Sakama Karmis are those who are only aspiring to accomplish Dharma, Artha, Kama. Go, execute Dharma, go to Sarga, enjoy Kama, and come back. Again, execute Dharma, go to Sarga and enjoy. Such kind of people are called Sakama Karmis. So they say that even though there is a possibility of executing Nishkama Karma Yoga in the household order, but the karma itself drags one to Sakama karmic mentality. So there is a danger of binding in this material world. So we don't want to get into household order. So they decided that we will remain celibate brahmacharis. That's how the Kumaras remained Kumaras only. So it is like that. So when the Kumaras said, no, we'll not beget children, will not get married, we'll remain like this only. First of all, Brahma became angry. How can you say no to me? I have taken the big responsibility. I need all of your cooperation. You should help me. So he became angry. What is the result of that anger? Sovadhyata suterevam Krishna.
सोवध्याता तु तेरेव
सोऽध्याय शिवम्
प्रत्याख्यातानुशासने
प्रत्याख्यातानुशासने
क्रोधं दुर्विह संजातं
क्रोधं दुर्विहं जातं
नियन्तुम् उपचक्रमे.
नियन्तुमुपचक्रमे. Translation. On the refusal of the sons to obey the order of their father, there was much anger generated in the mind of Brahma, which he treated to control, not express. Hare Krishna.
So when Brahma was disrespected by his sons, who refused to follow his order, Brahma became very angry. But immediately Brahma understood these four Kumaras are not simply disobeying my order for the purpose of sense gratification. They have a higher purpose in life because they need to teach how to practice Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Further, they need to remain renunciants. That's why they want to remain as a renounced person. So Brahma understood that. Then by the time he could control his anger, as he tried to control his anger, it was difficult to tolerate. Which was difficult to tolerate. Then he began to control his anger. Understanding the good intention of the four Kumaras, Lord Brahma was trying to control his anger. He tried to control his anger. This shows Lord Brahma's Rajasic nature. Previously, his creation of Tamas and the Kumaras and the creation of Kumara shows his Tamasic and Sattvic nature. So when Brahma was creating the animals, plants, humans, superhumans, that was in one sense, that was Tamasic creation of Lord Brahma. As he created the four Kumaras, that was Sattvic creation of Brahma. And now Brahma became angry because he was intent on creating so much. So he was affected by mode of passion. So then what is going to happen? As a result of that, because he was in mode of passion, he was more passionate to create more and more. His sons did not cooperate with him. They said, no, will not cooperate with you. He became angry. Anger is due to mode of ignorance. So passion led to ignorance. Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha. So kama first comes because of rajoguna. When kama is not satisfied, it turns into krodha. Krodha is manifested from tamoguna. So now basically, because he was intent of creating and expanding the population, he was passionate. But when his order is not neglected, he became angry. That is the result of ignorance. So now, what happened by the combination of passion and ignorance? Diha nigriya manopi
Iya nikromanopi
Ror madhyat prajapate
Bhuvarmadhyat prajapate
Sadyo jayata tanmanyo
Sadho jayata tanmanyu
Kumaro nilalohita.
Kumaro nilalahita. Translation. Although he tried to curb his anger, it came out from between his eyebrows, and a child of mixed blue and red was immediately generated.
Yeah, because first he created four Kumaras, he requested them to get married and beget children. They said no. He became angry. By the time he was trying to control that anger, understanding their good intention, the anger came out as the fifth Kumara. The fifth Kumara is in the complexion of blue and red. So red represents mode of passion, blue represents mode of ignorance. So this person is a product of combined combination of mode of passion and ignorance, anger and desire. So that fifth Kumara appeared. What he signifies? Just as Vidya destroys Avidya, sometimes Avidya destroys Vidya also. To show this, anger or Tamishra, the chief aspect of Avidya, makes its appearance as Rudra from Brahma, who previously produced Vidya as Kumaras. First, Brahma produced Avidya creations in four forms. In order to destroy that avidya, he created Vidya in the form of 4 Kumaras. Then the destroyer of this Vidya is again avidya. So one of the important component of avidya is anger. That anger appeared in the form of Rudra. So Lord Shiva is the deity of destruction. He destroys because of becoming angry. When he becomes angry, he will destroy everything. So in the last class, we discussed Lord Sankarshana, who was holding the Bhumandala with an intention that the people who are living in the Bhumandala, in Bhuloka, by practicing bhakti, they will go back to Godhead. He was waiting. But the human beings are not taking seriously. They are passing through life after life. They're simply wasting time here. So at the end, our Sankarshana becomes angry. He wants to destroy everyone. As a result of that anger, from his Brukuti, the 11 Rudras appear. The 11 Rudras are also very angry. And the 11 Rudras, after they appear, because they are very angry, they open their third eye. As a result of opening the third eye, there comes huge fire from the 11 Rudras. That huge fire will burn the 10 lokas out of 14 lokas. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, all these 4 lokas, whoever is there, everyone is burnt by the fire coming out of these 11 Rudras. That is the result of combination of Rajas and Tamas. Destruction potency. No waiting. When it comes, everyone will be destroyed in front of him. Something like that. That principle is Rudra principle. Tan Manyu means the anger of Brahma was brought under control by his intelligence, or Brahma and his anger were brought under control by his intelligence. Blue and red are the colors of uh, anger. Anger represented by both blue and red. So in that way. So this is how our fifth Kumara, the Rudra, appeared as the principle of anger. So just like Vidya destroys Avidya, Avidya also destroys Vidya, to indicate that. Just like the 4 Kumaras came to teach our Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya and Tapasya, the Rudras came to destroy the universe at the right time. And the Rudra also has Rudra Sampradaya. At heart is a pure devotee. But when he comes to Seva, his Seva is to destroy. So only Seva is in the mode of ignorance, but he is not in ignorance. He is a pure devotee at heart. And he also, in his private space, he also has his own devotee parampara. The parampara we call it as Rudra Sampradaya. Yeah, it's like that. Previously, Mataji raised her hand. Any question? Haripriya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, as we are going through this creation,
Hmm.
so first Brahmaji created Ajnana Vritti, and then he created the 4 types of.
Brahmaji did not create Ajnana Vrittis. Brahmaji
Yeah,
took the
it was
Ajnana
already
Vrittis.
there. He just
With the help of the Ajnana Vrittis and 24 elements, he created 4 category of living entities with the 4 entities.
So first is Ajnana Vritti, and then the creation of 4 types of the creatures. And then third is Vidya, na? What you're discussing.
Again, same problem. The 24 elements and the 5 Ajnana Vrittis are created by Pradhana and Avidya Shakti of Maya Shakti. So Lord Brahma used all of them, he combining them. By that combination, he produced 4 kinds of identities.
Yeah.
Plant, animal, human, superhuman. That is Brahma's creation.
Yeah. And then afterwards, he created this Vidya. This is the third.
Afterwards, he's creating. After creating those 4 identities, he was not happy at all. Then he started creating Vidyas. For first 4 Kumaras, then there is some problem. Again, Lord Shiva came. Then again, he will meditate and he will create further Vidyas. So like that.
Sir, and Prabhuji, you told about Rudra. So these Rudras were already present. They just manifested with the anger which came from the Brahma's eyebrows. Is it like that?
Obviously, all these are always there. Their appearance is through this principle.
Okay.
The principle itself indicates their activities. So Rudra came as a result of anger. So his activity is filled with anger.
Ah.
So in that.
So, Prabhuji, these six components of Vidya, out of these four components of Vidya are Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapas. And the fifth one is Rudra. Is it like that?
No. Rudra is again avidya.
Yeah. So,
Rudra is anger.
and
The fifth
then
vidya
two
will come
more
later.
out of
After
Vidya.
will come. Abhi chapter complete nahi hua na.
Okay. I thought means in this only, in this slokas only, it is going to come.
No. The whole chapter is all about that only. Say up to 20th,
Okay.
you wait till 20th verse. Then you will understand.
Okay. Yes.
हरे
Thank you,
कृष्ण
Prabhuji.
प्रभु जी
Yes, Mataji.
हरे प्रभु जी ये जो एंगर से जो उत्पन्न हुए वो 11 रुद्र है या सदाशिव है?
See, Sadashiva is outside the universe. Within the universe, only 11 Rudras will be there.
Okay.
These 11 Rudras are the expansion of Sadashiva. The same one Sadashiva who is outside the universe, he enters into each and every universe as 11 Rudras. The 11 Rudras are simultaneously same, also different also.
Thank you.
Okay. Savairurodha Devanam Purvajo Bhagavan Bhava Savairudra Devanam Purvajo Bhagavan Bhava Namani Kurumi Data Sthanani Cha Jagadguru. Someone read the translation?
Translation, can I, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please,
Hari.
go ahead.
After this birth, he began to cry. O destiny maker, teacher of universe, kindly designate my name and place. Hari Krishna.
So he says that the powerful Rudra, the eldest of the Devatas, cried out, O Guru of the universe, O controller, please give me names and places of residence. So as soon as he was born, he was began to cry and he's asking Brahma, who am I? What is my name? Where I am supposed to do? Where I am supposed to stay and what I am supposed to do? Please tell me. Please give me some name, some place to stay and some activity to do. He's asking. This is what Rudra does as soon as he was born. इति तस्य वचापाद्मो भगवान् परिपालयन् अभ्यदाद् भद्राया वाचा मारोदिस्तत्करोमि ते. Someone read the translation.
Translation: The all-powerful Brahma, who was born from the lotus flower, pacified the boy with gentle words, accepting his request, and said, "Don't cry, I shall certainly do as you desire."
Agreeing to Rudra's words, Lord Brahma, born from the lotus, Padma Jata, spoke with gentle words. My dear son, do not cry. I will do as you have requested. I'll give you names, I'll give you places to stay, I'll give you activity also to do. Don't worry. Be patient. Be calm. So like that, Brahmaji says. Yad arodi surashreshta sodvega iva balaka tatastvam abhidhasyanti namna rudra iti praja.
Translation: Thereafter Brahma said, "O chief of the demigods, you shall be called by the name Rudra by all people because you have so anxiously cried."
Yeah, this translation is wrong. It is not correct. So basically, he said that, my dear son, do not cry. Your name is Rudra. I'll give you Rudra. So like that. So he has given his name Rudra, but he will give actually 11 names. The 11 names will come in the next verse. So because you cried out loudly,
We are not able to listen, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
What about other devotees? You are able
Hare
to hear me?
Krishna, no voice is there.
What
Hare
about other
Krishna,
devotees?
No problem,
not
Prabhu.
able to
We can hear.
listen.
We can hear. We can hear, Prabhu. We can
Hare
hear you.
Krishna.
We can hear.
Someone can inform that Mataji to log off and log in by calling her personally. Because anyway she is not listening, we cannot tell anything. So like that. If you have cried piteously, your name will be Rudra. That's
Hare
how
Krishna.
it is indicated. Hare Krishna Mataji, you log off and log in again in order to hear. Rud indriyani asurvyoma vayur agnirjalam mahi suryas chandras tapaschaiva stanani agre kritani te. Someone read the translation.
My dear boy, I have already selected the following places for your residence: the heart, the senses, the air of life, the sky, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the sun, the moon, and austerity. Hare Bol.
So the four following places have been made for your residence. So Lord Brahma gave 11 places to stay for Rudra. These are the 11 places where we exhibit the principle of anger, the principle of destruction. So we can actually relate to it. The explanation will come in the later. What are the 11 places? First one is the heart, second one is the senses, third one is the breathing, life air, the fourth one is the ether. First three are heart, senses, and breathing. The next there are 5 Panchamahabhutas: Vyoma, Vayu, Agni, Jalam, Mahi. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So 3 plus 5, 8. 3 more are there: Sun, Moon, and austerity. Surya, Chandra, and Tapasya. These are the 11 places where the principle of Rudra will reside. From these 11 places, Rudra will manifest externally. How it is? Since the places starting with the heart arise from Ahankara, they are suitable places of residence for Rudra, who acts as the present deity of Ahankara. Rudra is the deity of Ahankara, and everything comes from Ahankara only. We have seen in the creation, Ahankara is like the trunk of the tree. From the trunk of the tree only come the branches, which include mind, intelligence, pranas, senses, jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, panchamahabhutas, 5 tanmatras. Everything is manifesting from Ahankara only. And all these places are connected to these only. The senses are there. Heart means mind, intelligence, that is there. And the life air, breathing is also there. Pranas are there. And then Panchamahabhutas are also coming from our Ahankara by the mode of ignorance. And sun, moon are also coming from Devatas, from Ahankara in the mode of goodness. Devatas are coming from that. Since everything is coming from Ahankara, and Rudra can stay. All these are Rudra's products only. So Rudra can stay in all these places. So in that way. First one, we'll discuss one by one. In relation to anger, the heart is the birthplace of anger. The anger is generated in the heart of every living entity. First, it comes out of the heart. Then, when it is produced in the heart, it will manifest externally in the form of senses. When the anger increases, it also resides in the senses such as the eyes, hands, and feet. This action is suggested. When the anger is produced in the heart, it is first in the mild state. When it becomes more, it comes out in the form of the wide open eyes, the shouting, loud shouting, uh, beating, kicking. So all these things will take place eventually. And then the residence in the pranas means the respiration in the nostril increases. When a person becomes angry, he speaks loudly and he breathes heavily. That is also indicating anger. Then the next one, anger is represented in the ether by the ferocious sound of the lion. So ether में कैसे आवाज, when lion produces some sound, by hearing the lion sound, we understand that now death is there. The hissing sound of a snake, we understand death is there like that. So any kind of sound nowadays, The huge sound created by the earthquakes and bombs, etc., etc. These are all principle of Rudra. In the air, by drying up, air means tornado, chakravat, and also drying up is the cause of destruction. Principle of anger, principle of Rudra. In the fire, there is burning, the forest fire or fire accident in the home, etc. In the water, flooding, tsunami, heavy rains, etc. Cause of destruction. And it is present in the earth by its transformation into various weapons. All the weapons that we use are transformation of earth only. Hydrogen bomb, atom bomb, uranium bomb, this bomb, that bomb, everything is transformation of earth only. Even the bow, arrow, the sword, and etc. All the weapons are all manifest transformation from earth only. So in that way. So anger is represented by the combination of elements in animals like lion, tiger, and snake. And sometimes the animals together also represent anger, which are the combination of multiple components mentioned above. All the five elements: earth, water, fire, ether. So in that way. Then ninth and tenth, anger resides in sun and moon in the form of heat and snow, which cause death. So summer we experience sunstroke. In the winter we experience the moon. That's so much winter. Uh, Especially in India, we may not have so much in the South India, Middle India, but in the North India there is a lot of cold. The cold also can kill someone. If there is intense cold, one can be killed instantly. That is the principle of Rudra. And then finally, the 11th one is Tapasya. Tapasya and other practices such as Sankhya, Yoga, and Vairagya, without the element of Bhakti as protection, becomes place of anger. If somebody is simply practicing dry Sankhya, dry Yoga, dry Vairagya, dry Tapasya without any Bhakti component, such kind of people also becomes angry instantly. So like that. The element of Bhakti is actually protects everyone from not succumbing to anarthas. So like that. So in the Bhagavatam, it is said that the Prachetas became angry as soon as they came out of the water after having the darshan of the Lord. Looking the trees everywhere, they became angry. It is said that Tapo Deepita Manyava. Their anger is a result of their long tapasya. They were performing severe austerities for 10,000 years. So not that they don't have bhakti, they have pure bhakti. This is only an example. When they came out, looking at the whole surface of the earth is filled with the trees, they became angry. You trees, you think that there is no one to rule over. You can do whatever you want. You can kabja. You can encroach others' property. So being the ruler, they became angry in order to destroy them, burn them. So like that. So like that, anybody performs a lot of tapasya, there is a possibility of becoming angry immediately. So it's like that. So that is about the 11 places of Rudra. The Rudra stays in these 11 places. So then the Rudra also have 11 names. Rudra also have 11 wives. The 11 wife names are also indicated in the next two verses. Manyur Manur Mahishano Mahan Shiva. No, you don't recite. Manyur Manur Mahishano Mahan Shiva Rutadvaja Ugrareta Bhavakalo Vamadevo Drutavrata. Please read translation.
Lord Brahma said, "My dear boy Rudra, you have 11 other names. Manu, Manu, Mahinasha, Mahan, Shiva, Rittadvaja, Ugrareta, Bhava, Kala, Vamandeva, and Rutavrata."
Not Vamana Deva, it is Vamadeva. These are the 11 names of the 11 Rudras. Manu, Manu, Mahinasa, Mahan, Shiva, Rutadvaja, Ugrareta, Bhava, Kala, Vamadeva, and Rutravata. If you see, the principle of Rudra stays in the 11 places in each and every living entity. Within me, within you, within everyone, the Rudra principle is staying in these 11 places. The 5 places known as the heart, senses, and breathing, Panchamahabhutas, sun, moon, and tapasya. But the 11 Rudras, they stay in 11 different places in the entire universe. So one person stays in Lavata Varsha within Jambudipa. One Rudra stays in greater Himalayas. One person stays in Tapaloka. One person stays in Vitalaloka. Out of 11, the 4 Rudras stay in 4 different places in the universe. But the remaining 7 people stay in the heaven. That's why, since majority are staying in the heaven, it said that the Rudras stay in the heaven only. But of the other 4 people who are staying in 4 different places, the person who is staying in the greater Himalayas is known as Shiva. He is also one of the 11 Rudras. And whatever we hear generally is all about this Shiva only. This Shiva who married Parvati, who married Sati, who begot Kartikeya and Ganesha. So who is taking care of all the devotees, who is receiving all the worship, whose pastimes we generally hear, that is connected to this Rudra. He is by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th Rudra, Shiva. So he is the one who is staying in the greater Himalayas personally. That is where he stays with in a Kailash mountain area with Mother Parvati. They with children Ganapati and Kartikeya and their family members, etc. Everyone will stay there. That this Rudra is known as Shiva. The remaining Rudras stay at different places and they are known with their respective names. So like that. And these 11 Rudras also have 11 wives. Who are those 11 wives? Dhir Dhriti Rasaloma. Dhir Dhriti Rasaloma cha Niyut cha Niyut Sarpi Ilambika Iravati Swada Diksha Rudranyo Rudrate Sriya. Please read the translation.
My dear
O
boy,
Rudra,
can I, Prabhuji?
Someone read.
Thank you. O Rudra, you also have 11 wives called Rudranis, and they are as follow: Dhi, Dhriti, Rashata, Uma, Niyut, Sarpi, Ila, Ambika, Iravati, Swadha, and Diksha. Hari bol.
So, O Rudra, you also have 11 wives called the Rudranis. Dhi, Dhriti, Rasala, Uma, Niyus, Sarpi, Ila, Ambika, Iravati, Swada, and Diksha. So Hima is the one whom we generally call as Sati or Parvati. That was Uma. So these are the names of the 11 Shaktis of the 11 Rudras. So like that. Grihanaitani namani tanani cha sayoshana ebi srija prajabhave prajanam asiyatpati.
Brahma told Rudra, O best among the demigods, there is no need for you to generate living entities of this nature. They have begun to devastate everything on all sides with the fiery flames from their eyes, and they have even attacked me. Hare Krishna.
So it's like that. Accept the names and places designated for you along with your wives, since you are now one of the masters of the living entities. Create progeny on a large scale. So Brahma gave order, same order. The order which he gave to 4 Kumaras is giving to Rudras also. So my dear Rudra, please accept these 11 names, 11 places, 11 wives, 11. So your activity is create progeny in large scale, not 111. Create huge scale में 20 करो बच्चों को. So it is like that. Inhabit in these places along with your wives, having these places and names, create progeny. This is the instruction of Brahma to 11 Rudras. So these are the 11 Rudras. Always eager to destroy. The principal activity of 11 Rudras is to destroy, destroy, destroy. So now let us see. So they received order of Brahma and they began to produce so many children. इति आदिष्टस्वगुरुणा भगवान् नीललोहिता सत्त्वाकृति स्वभावेन ससर्जात्मा समाप्रजा.
The most powerful Rudra, whose bodily color was blue mixed with red, created many offsprings exactly resembling him in features, strength, and furious nature.
Yeah, ordered in this way by his guru, Lord Brahma, Rudra created offsprings similar to himself in strength, form, and fierce nature. अभी रुद्रा का बच्चा रुद्र ही होगा ना, तो रुद्रों को सृष्टि किया. He created a progeny with similar nature of violence, similar forms, blue and red, and similar strength. Then what happened? Rudranam Rudrasishtanam Samantat Grahatam Jagat Nishamya Shankyasho Yutan Prajapatir Ashankata.
The
This
sons and grandsons generated by Rudra were unlimited in number, and when they assembled together, they attempt to devour the entire universe. When Brahma, the father of living entities, saw this, he became afraid of the situation. Hare Krishna.
Because the Rudras were born to destroy, the 11 Rudras produce their children. Their children are very eager to destroy. Seeing the unlimited groups of progeny created by Rudra, because Brahma told create a huge number. So Rudras actively create a huge number, but who are attempting to devour the universe, Brahma became worried. But these Rudras, they only know one thing, destroy, nash karo. They are trying to do it. Brahma became worried. Hey, what is this? What they are doing? He became afraid. Then, alam prajabhi srishtabhir idrishi idrishibhi surottama maya saha maya taha danatibir disyachakshibir ulbanai. Please read the translation.
Brahma told Rudra, O best among the demigods, there is no need for you to generate living entities of this nature. They have begun to devastate everything on all sides with the fiery flames from their eyes, and they have even attacked me.
Yeah, Brahma is telling Rudra, O best of the devatas, it is not necessary to create such progeny, who burn up the directions along with me by their fierce glands. I request you to produce progeny who will be cause of maintenance of the universe, but you are producing progeny who are going to destroy the universe. So please don't produce such kind of progeny. They are going to destroy the entire universe and they are going to destroy me also. What is this? Don't do that. Like that, Rama is requesting the 11 Rudras not to create such kind of progeny. Then Rudras will ask, obviously they will ask. So you only told us to create, and if you tell no not to create, then to tell me what to do. You tell me give me some activity to do. I can't sit idle. Then before he could ask that question, Brahma says, Tapa attishta badrante sarvabhuta sukavaham tapasaiva yata purvam srishta vishwam idam bhavan.
My dear
My
son,
dear son. Yes, bro, continue.
my dear son, you had better situated yourself in penance, which is auspicious for all living entities, and which will bring all benediction upon you. By penance only shall you be able to create the universe as it was before.
Become situated in austerity, which is auspicious for you, giving happiness to all living beings, just as previously you created the universe. So Brahma is telling the 11 Rudras that, so my dear son, instead of begetting children, this kind of children, it is better that you perform austerity, which is not only good for you, it is also good for the entire universe. If you continue to perform tapasya, the creation maintenance will take place. वो चलता रहेगा. When it will be time for you to destroy, that time you come out of the tapasya and then you destroy. But till the time of time of destruction, you please continue to perform tapasya and do meditation. So like that. In that way, Brahma instructed Lord Rudra not to beget children, such kind of children who will destroy the universe. Instead, continue to perform tapasya only. Such destructive activities of Lord Shiva are not beneficial at the time of creation and maintenance of the universe. Thus, the 11 Rudras or Lord Shiva should engage in austerity, which will produce the opposite results, the creation as previously. Because Shiva's main activity is destruction. If he remains calm, creation will continue. If he starts performing destructive activity, creation will get destroyed. Nothing will take place. That's why Brahmaji is requesting, my dear son, you don't create. Better you perform tapasya so that others will do creation. The creation will go on. So like that. Normally, okay, this is some points only. Here, Lord Brahma is telling that, my dear Lord, just the way you have created in the last time, let it go on now. So indirectly, so Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu are non-different from each other. These three are Gunavataras of the Supreme Lord. In that sense, all three are simultaneously one and different also. So later on, we will see in the fourth canto, in the first chapter, when Atri Muni was performing austerities to have a children, he was praying for the Lord of the universe. Oh Lord of the universe, please become my son. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva appeared. He asked, I was praying for the Lord of the universe, but three of you came. Please kindly tell me who among you is the Lord of the universe. So Lord Vishnu spoke, my dear, my Atri Muni, we three are same. We are not different. And we three are the Lord of the universe. So we three will appear as your son. The three sons were born. Soma, Brahma's representative Soma was born. Durvasa, Lord Shiva's representative Durvasa was born. And then Dattatreya, Lord Vishnu's representative Dattatreya was born. So in that way, the three children were born, representing the three deities, the three lords of the universe. So there also, Lord Vishnu says, we three are not different from each other. And in the previous canto, Lord Vishnu was saying to Brahma, Srijami tapasai vedam grasami tapasa puna, vigharmi tapasa vishwam, viryam me dushkaram tapaha. It is by austerity I create, by becoming Brahma. It is by performing austerity I destroy by becoming Rudra. It is by performing by austerity I maintain the universe by becoming Shirodaksha Vishnu. Again and again. All my powers arise from intense austerity. So please continue performing austerities, my dear Rudraji. If you perform austerities, by that austerity, somebody else will create. And when the right time comes, somebody else will maintain. When right time comes, you yourself can destroy the entire universe. So in that way, Lord Brahma is actually humbly requesting Rudra, please, 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 please keep quiet. Don't create such kind of progeny. Let creation take place. Let maintenance take place. When time comes, that time you can create such progeny who will destroy the entire universe. So here is our Rudras. So being following the order of Brahma, Lord Rudra is always performing austerities only. Once in a while, for assisting the devatas, he wakes up and does some wonderful activities like accepting Ganga so that the Ganga speed can reduce, drinking the alahal which was produced from the Samudra Manthan. Such kind of wonderful activities he performs once in a while. Yeah. Any questions till now? All of you are able to follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Rudra is comes out from Brahma's Bhrukuti, Brahma's eyebrow, right, Prabhu?
Yes,
So
yes.
one Rudra is come and then it expand to 11 or 11 Rudras has come up from that.
Yeah, good question. There is no clear-cut answer. So in the BBT picture, we shows one Rudra only. So we understand like that. First one Rudra came. Then Brahma told, you will have 11 names and 11 places to stay, 11 wives to stay with. So then he expanded to 11 places, 11 farms, and then went to 11 places and staying at 11 different places. So like that we can understand.
Thank you, Prabhu.
One came out of the Brukuti, but since Brahma told you have 11 names, 11 places to stay, he expanded to 11 and then go to 11 places. So like that. Any other devotee?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, this Shiva is here in the material world, and the Sadashiv Lok, which is above the Virja river, is different. That is also a Vishnu form. Is it like that?
No, that is not Vishnu form, that is Sadashiva form only. Sadashiva stays in Brahman, Brahmajyoti, and he
Okay.
expands into these 11 Rudras who stay in 11 different places within the universe. Primarily, the most of the majority will stay in heaven only. 4 will stay in 4 different places.
Oh, okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
Any other devotees? Fine. We'll move on. Tapasaiva param jyotir bhagavantam adokshajam sarvabhuta guhavasam anjasa vindate puman.
By penance only one can even approach the personality of Godhead who is within the heart of every living entity and at the same time beyond the reach of all senses. Haribol.
By penance only can one thoroughly know the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Independent Person, who is within the heart of every living entity and who is beyond the senses. So it is by tapasya all of us can be able to pursue the Supreme Lord. So in that way, Lord Brahma is saying, having learned austerity from you, the population will get delivered from the material world according to the principle of whatever great man does, others follow. Yadyat acharati shrestha tatyeva itarojuna. So, my dear Rudraji, instead of begetting such kind of destructive children, better perform tapasya. That will create a good example in the universe. So, like that. That was about Rudra.
Prabhuji, one
Ah.
question. Prabhuji, so the Lord Shiva, which in this universe is worshipped, uh, he is the same Shiva what is the 11th Rudra. So
That's what
he,
I said, na Mataji. The
yeah,
same, the
yes,
among the 11, one person is known as Shivana. That Shiva only we are always worshipping, and other Rudras are also worshipped here and there.
okay. The four places where you told in this material world, one is in Himalayas, the other three that we don't know, so we don't worship that Rudra. So in this material world, whatever Shiva is worshipped is this one form of Shiva. That's clear. No?
See, when you say material world is not only our earth Bhuloka. Material world
Yeah,
means the entire 14 lokas. At other
yeah.
places, they can worship other Rudras, na?
Oh, yes, yes. Acha, acha.
Even you and me may not know other Rudras, but there are so many Shaivas who knows about these 11 Rudras. They will worship the 11 other Rudras also. How much knowledge do we know? Do we have about Shiva?
Yeah, yeah.
Very less. We always hear about Krishna only, na?
Yes, yes.
If we start hearing about Shiva, we'll understand who are the 11 Rudras, where are they, what are the pastimes connected to them, etc. etc. We have so many Lord Shiva temples all over. All Shiva
Mm,
temples are not connected to one Rudra only. Some temples might be connected to some other Rudra.
okay.
Like among Vishnu avatars also, we have so many things. We have Vrindavan about Krishna, Ayodhya about Rama, Srirangam about Ranganath Swami. From external point of view, all of them are Vishnu only. But in Vishnu, there is variation. Like that, Lord Shiva temples also there. Like Bhuvaneshwar, we
Mm,
have one Shiva temple, and what is that? Haridwar also we have one Shiva temple. Varanasi we have one Shiva temples.
yeah.
Externally, you may think that all these are one Shiva only. They may be different also. The different Rudras might have been performing pastime in these places. Who knows? We don't know completely about them.
Okay. And the
Ah,
sons of this Shiva as Ganesha and Kartika.
ah,
Uh,
that is
yeah.
Shiva. That's
So,
Shiva. That
but
is
in
Shiva.
this, yeah. So in this purpose, it's written that the progeny started creating havoc. So, but in this Ganesha and Kartika, They are so
See,
simple. They didn't.
Ganesh
Yeah.
and Kartikeya were born recently. What is
Okay.
happening is at the beginning of the day of Brahma.
Mm-hmm.
Even स्वयंभू मनवंतरी is also not started. ये सब अभी जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं ये सब शुरुआत में हुआ था, दिन का शुरुआत में सुबह सुबह 6 बजे हो रहा था.
Okay. Okay.
भाई
Yeah.
कार्तिकेय गणेश were recently born during चक्षुष मनवंतरा.
Oh, yes, Prabhuji. Okay, got it, Prabhuji.
हाँ.
Yes.
See, we have already passed a long time. We are in the 7th manvantara of the
Yeah.
current day of Brahma. तो
Mm-hmm.
बीच में बहुत सारा बीत चुका है.
Oh, yes, Prabhuji. Got it,
So
Prabhuji. Got it.
during Swayambhu Manvantara, Sati was the wife of Lord Shiva, but she she burnt her body. That will come in the 4th canto. Later on, she appeared the daughter of Himalayan,
Parvati. Yeah.
and she Parvati. And she performed Tapasya and she became the wife of Lord Shiva. That happened recently in the Chakshusha Manvantara. Or Vaivashata Manvantara only, we don't know. So it's like that.
Got it, Prabhuji. Yes, got it. Got it. Clear, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Maitreya Uvacha. Of course. Any other devotees have any question?
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Maitreya Uvacha. Evam Atma Bhuvadishta Parikramya Girampatiim Bhadam iti amum Amantrya Vivesha Tapasevanam. Maitreya said, Rudra, having been ordered by Brahma, circumambulated his father, the master of the Vedas, saying, I will do this. Because you told me to perform tapasya, I'll do it. He entered the forest to perform austerities. So like that. He is itna surrendered son. अताभिद्यायता सर्गं दशपुत्रा प्रजज्ञिरे भगवशक्तियुक्तस्य लोकसन्तानहेतवा. Please read the translation. When Brahma, who was empowered by the Supreme Lord, meditated on creating progeny, 10 sons who were cause of expanding the population appeared. So after Rudra episode is over, Rudra went to perform austerities. Brahma was again sat in meditation. अभी भी इस प्रकार का बच्चा नहीं चाहिए करके he meditated in a sincere way, so hoping that let me have children who will be a component of Vidya, who will be the cause of deliverance as well as who will also assist me. Because Kumaras did not assist me and Rudras are assisting me, but that assistance is not at all laudable. It is like destructive assistance. They don't want that. Now I want some children who will help in liberation, who will also assist me in begetting children. So that with that desire, Brahmaji performed severe austerity with the intention to expand the population. And as a result of that, Brahmaji had 10 Manasaputras who will very apt as a component of Vidya as well as to increase the population. Who are they? Let us see. Marichiratri Angirasau Pulasya Pulaha Kratu Brugurvashishto Dakshascha Dashamastatra Narada. Marichi, Atri, Angira, Pulasya, Pulaha, Kratu, Brugu, Vasishta, Daksha, and the 10th son Narada appeared. So immediately 10 Manasa Putras appeared from Brahma. And who are these 10 sons? This verse describes how Marichi and others appeared at the representatives of Karma Yoga. Out of 10, excluding Narada, you take the 9 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 9 people have appeared as the representatives of Karma Yoga. What kind of Karma Yoga? Bhakti Mishra Karma or Nishkama Karma Yoga. These are the teachers of Nishkama Karma Yoga. Generally in the Bhagavatam, in the Ramayana and Mahabharata, we hear about these people names. All these people are the teachers of Nishkama Karma Yoga. They also live as long as Lord Brahma. Their lifespan is 100 years of Lord Brahma. They are not the conditioned souls. They are all acharyas of Nishkama Karma Yoga. They always come down to our places and teach Nishkama Karma Yoga. How? They take the responsibility of teaching Nishkama Karma Yoga by becoming Saptarishis. During the Swayambhu Manvantara period, these 7 people became Saptarishis. Saptarishis are the assigned people to teach Nishkama Karma Yoga, how to practice Nishkama Karma Yoga, etc. Marichi, Atri, Pulasya, Pulaha, Kratu, Bhrugu, Vasishta, they became Saptarushis during Swayambhuva Manvantara. During that Manvantara period, they took the responsibility of teaching how to practice Nishkama Karma Yoga, etc. Thus, Jnana, Vairagya, Tapasya, Yoga, and Karma only become successful by performance of Bhakti. And Bhakti, on the other hand, does not depend on these processes. It gives all results on its own. It is the very form of all results. Thus, Bhakti is represented at the end and appeared in the form of Narada. So finally, Karma, Jnana, Ashtanga, Yoga, Tapasya, etc. They depend on Bhakti to give results. And that Bhakti which is self-sufficient, which does not depend upon Karma, Jnana, Yoga, etc., which gives results on its own, is appeared in the form of Narada Muni. So these 9 Prajapatis are the teachers of Nishkama Karma Yoga. The 4 Kumars are the teachers of Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Similarly, Narada Muni, the Acharya of Bhakti Yoga. Finally, Narada Muni appeared as the teacher of Bhakti Yoga. So like that. So this is how the 6 components of made their appearance in this world. So how these 10 sons of Brahma appeared from different body limbs of Brahma is mentioned in this shloka. Ussangan Naradojajne Daksha Angushta Swayambhuva Pranad Vashishta Sanjato Bhrugustvachi Karatkratu Pulaho Nabitojajne Pulasya Karanayo Rishi Angira Mugato Krishna Atrir Marichir Manaso Bhavat Akshno Atrir Marichir Manaso Bhavat. Narada was born from Brahma's lap. Daksha appeared from Brahma's thumb. Vashishta was born from his breathing. Bhrugu appeared from his skin. Kratu appeared from his hand. Pulaha appeared from Brahma's navel. Pulasya was generated from Brahma's ears. The sage Angira appeared from his mouth. Atri appeared from his eyes. Marichi appeared from his mind. So these 10 sons of Brahma appeared from 10 different body limbs of Brahma as the teachers of Nishkama Karma Yoga. Ussanga means from the lap, the place of affection. Another meaning is from association with great devotees. Utsanga, association of great devotees. So in whatever case, Narada Muni made his appearance from the lap of Brahma, which is the place of affection. All mothers, when the children are infants, they keep their children in their lap only while sitting. So in that way. It is said that Apo Nara iti prokta. Nara means waters. Apo Nara. Nara means water. And also the offspring of the Supreme Lord. Thus it is understood that Nara refers to Supreme Lord. So here this notes explain the meaning of Narada. What do you mean by Narada? Nara means Lord Narayana. And Nara means that which belongs to Supreme Lord. Like we say Pandu, Pandava, Kunti, Kaunteya, Dhritarashtra, Dhartarashtra. So like that. The son name is coming with the name of the father. The father name, when A is there, when you expand A into long A, that becomes son. Same way, Nara is Lord Narayana. So Nara means that which belongs to Lord. Nara means that which belongs to Lord. Narada means that which gives Dasya, Sakya and other relationship with the Lord. So Nara means that which belongs to Lord. So भगवान का पुत्र बोल सकते हैं हम. तो भगवान का है. So Narada means उनको देने वाला. What belongs to Lord? The 4 rasas, Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya and Madhurya actually belongs to Lord. Nara refers to Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya and Madhurya. And in चारों को देने वाला Narada. Nara को देने वाला Narada. So Narada is that person or that thing which gives us Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya and Madhurya with the Supreme Lord. That means, in other words, Narada means Bhakti Yoga, which produces such relationships. The actual meaning of Narada means Bhakti Yoga, which produces something which belongs to Lord. What is that something? Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vasalya Rasa and Madhurya Rasa. Since Bhakti Yoga is giving all these things, the person who is giving Bhakti Yoga is Narada Muni. Actually, Narada means Bhakti Yoga. Since this person is giving Bhakti Yoga, which is also called Narada, that's why he is also called as Narada. So like that. That's how the Saptarush, the 9 Manasaputras, the 9 Prajapatis appeared, and then eventually Narada Muni also appeared. The Narada Muni specialty is indicated here. Here we have the Saptarushis. Here we have Daksha, we have Narada Muni. So like that. This is how all these personalities made their appearances to do their respective services. And okay, this is the next section. We'll not discuss today. So we are done with today's discussion. So this is how the 6 components of Vidya appeared in the form of all these personalities. Our Narada Muni and the 9 Manasaputras, other the 4 Kumaras. I think the next Shloka will have details about this. We'll just cover this and then we'll stop here. Dharmastana Dakshinato Yatra Narayana Swayam Adharma Prushato Yasman Mrityur Lokabhayanaka Bhayankara. Dharma appeared from the right breast of Lord Brahma, where Paramatma is situated. A religion from which death, feared by all people, arises, appeared from his back. Basically, Dharma appeared from the front portion of Brahma, Adharma appeared from the back portion of Brahma. So when it is said right portion of Brahma, that is indicating Brahma is standing in front of you when you are looking at Brahma. So from with respect to us, to in our right hand side, the chest of Lord Brahma, which is located towards our right hand side, is where the heart is there, that is where Paramatma is there. From there, the Dharma appeared. So basically, from the front portion of Brahma, Paramatma, the Dharma appeared. From the back portion, our Adharma appeared. Supreme Dharma appears from actions prescribed in Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. Thus, this verse describes the appearance of Dharma. The heart or breast is considered the best place since it is the location of affection. Adharma refers to non-performance of prescribed dharma and performance of forbidden activities. Adharma appeared from Brahma's back, which is not attractive and it is not the place of affection. So Brahma appeared from the heart of Brahma, so it is more affectionate thing and it pleases the Supreme Lord. Since Adharma appeared from the back of Brahma, it is not pleasing to the Supreme Lord and it is not so attractive for devotees. So like that. So Dharma means the activities of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. That is understanding. What do you mean by Dharma? Dharma is nothing but executing Vidya, activities of Vidya, executing Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. These are all dharmic activities. Not executing them and performing sinful activities is adharma. So in that way, it is indicated. So here just I have some information. From that 9 Manasaputras who appeared as the Brahma's sons directly, they became Prajapatis. And they and other sons of Brahma, they also became Prajapatis. All Prajapatis are responsible for begetting children and also responsible for teaching Nishkama Karma Yoga. So every Manvantara, different personalities will take the responsibility of becoming Saptarishis so that they will teach Nishkama Karma Yoga properly. So in the first Manvantara, the Saptarishis were Marichi, Atri, Pulasya, Pulaha, Kratu, Bhrugu, Vasishta. In the current 7th Manvantara, the Saptarishis are Kashyapa, Atri, Vasishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagni and Bharadwaja. So Vasishta was here also, and others are new. And the next Manvantara, 8th Manvantara, who are the Saptarishis? Galava, Deeptiman, Parashurama, Ashwatthama, Krupacharya, Rishishringa and Vyasadeva. These are the people who will become Saptarishis in the next Manvantara. In the 8th canto, it is said that what are these activities of the Saptarishis? Principally, at the end of every 4 yuga, that means at the end of every Kali Yuga, the sages see by their austerity that the Vedas by which eternal Dharma is established have been lost with time. So especially at the end of every Kali Yuga, Dharma is completely destroyed. These Saptarishis will come down and they re-establish the principles of Dharma. Yada esa dharmasya glanit bhavati bharata. So like that. So not only at the beginning of Satya Yuga, even during the normal time also, the Saptarishis come down time and again to teach the king so that the king will provide the necessary facilities so the dharma will be practiced by everyone. In the previous 3 yugas, they come directly. The Vasishtha will come as Vasishtha only, and the Kashyapa will come as Kashyapa only. But in Kali Yuga, they don't come as they are. They take the disguised form. They come in the form of different acharyas. All these acharyas we hear about, like Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarkacharya, and all other great souls. They are all expansion of these Sapta Rishis and other Prajapatis and other devotees of the Supreme Lord. Like Shankaracharya, we say Lord Shiva himself. Ramanujacharya, we say Lakshmana. And Madhvacharya, we say Vayudeva. Like the different acharyas might be expansion of one of these great personalities in the who are the great devotees of the Supreme Lord. So this is how all these people will come down time and again in order to preach Dharma, in order to re-establish the principles of Dharma, so that all of us can practice Dharma and then become freed from Adharma, become freed from bondage, and go back to Godhead. So this is how the 6 components of Vidya appear in the form of these personalities is mentioned here, and also how Vidya will make its appearance in the form of Shastra, that will be discussed in the later part. We say Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So till now we discussed about Guru and Sadhu. All these people are Gurus and Sadhus. The next class we will discuss about Shastra, how Vidya appeared in the form of Shastra. That we will discuss next class. So we'll stop here. Finally, before closing, any questions? It's already late. Hare Krishna, any questions? Okay. All of you are able to follow what we are discussing, how these personalities are representing Vidya and how they are actually time and again coming down to teach how to practice Dharma, how to practice Bhakti, Karma, Jnana, Yoga, etc.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
only for few minutes my internet was not working, and you will be sending recording.
Okay, okay,
That
okay, 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 okay.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, you said Saptarishi.
So is this
Huh.
Saptarishi 7? But you told this is 9 Putras. So how? I was just confused with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Out of 9, during the first mantra, 7 became
Two are Prabhuji.
Saptarishis.
Ah,
So others will
okay.
become Saptarishis at different mantras.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Saptarishis, everyone does the same thing only, but Saptarishis are assigned to do it. That is, for Saptarishis, it is the default activity. Others will do by the way they do. So like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Prabhuji,
So
Where are these 9 situated? Means where are they staying right now or in this moment? Are there
who
any places? This
who
9 Atri and all this.
not only 9, all the sons of Brahma, they stay in Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. All these personalities, the great sages, the 4 Kumaras also, they stay in Saptarishi Mandal. Not Saptarishi Mandal. This is what it is. Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. These are the residents of the upper planetary systems.
Okay, okay.
And from them, 7 great sages will come down to Swarga. The Saptarishi stay in Swarga. Because in order to take the responsibility, you need to be nearby. You cannot be at a far distant and do from far. So 7 of the great sages will come to Sargaloka. They stay in Saptarishi Mandal. They are nearby so that they can teach time and again. So in that way. Only Saptarishi stay in Swargaloka, remaining all stay in the Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Like that.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Any
Hare
other
Krishna,
devotee?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, is it possible to send this slide through mail? Because
Mail?
WhatsApp it goes off. Yeah.
Why?
WhatsApp.
You change your
sometimes you are
settings.
not able to.
You change your settings ना. WhatsApp में साल भर ऐसे रहते हैं. मेरा तो WhatsApp में क्लियर करना पड़ता है. Yeah, some people
PDF
keep
form
on
it is
asking
very
that
easy
question.
to open.
Huh?
PDF form it is easy to open, Prabhuji. No problem. Nice it on WhatsApp, no problem at all.
Yeah. I think you can take somebody help. just change your settings. The settings में गड़बड़ है. So in that way, because the mail thing we stopped using na from last many months, we are only using WhatsApp. We are not using the mails again. The mail and all. Of course, you are sending the answer through mail also. So again, I have to recreate everything. So we'll see. I'll try to send through mail also, but I'll send through WhatsApp. So I request some devotees have this issue. Some devotees are asking about the question paper also. Please send the question paper again, like that. So better, what we can say, few devotees